How to go from handyman to trades professional in 3 easy steps.
Am I to understand that you men completed your training on your own?
That's the fact, Jack! That's a fact, Jack!
Now you really only need to know 3 things to do to move from a handyman or maybe a maintenance man to a licensed trades professional. And why would you want to do that? Well, I'm going to give you 3 things that you need to start doing right now in order to make that happen. And if you hang around to the end, I'm going to teach you how to make the most money possible. Those of you that don't know me, I'm Roger Wakefield. I've been in the trades for over 41 years, and I'm in here to help you learn how to do this. In this video, I'm going to ask you to subscribe and share this video with someone that you know that this information could change their life. All right, guys, sorry I'm late, but I got here as soon as I wanted to. Well, okay, it is what it is. So the very first thing you need to know is figure out which trade you like the best. Which one do you like? Which one do you want to get into? If you're a handyman or you're a maintenance worker, you've actually worked doing a lot of different things. You've probably done a little bit of plumbing, a little electrical, a little HVAC work, maybe a little sheetrock, drywall, tape, bed, paint, texture, things like that. Which one did you enjoy? And I want you to think about that, because doing that is going to actually let you know what career you might have the most fun at. And think about it. If you find one that you have the most fun at, this is going to be something that you enjoy doing forever. So jump in, start thinking about what it is you like to do most. If you're a handyman or a maintenance worker, when you get calls to go work on the AC, is that something you love doing? Is that something you're really good at? If it's plumbing, do you enjoy pulling and resetting toilets, unstopping drains, unclogging condensate lines, setting new units or HVAC units, checking the refrigerant? What is it that you're like, you know what, I really love when we get calls like this? I mean, think about this. You could literally start learning a career in that particular trade right now. And just to throw another little tip in there, you're not getting any credit for what you're doing right now. What I mean by that is, if you want to be a plumber and you're working as a maintenance worker, if you want to be a plumber and you're working as a maintenance worker at an apartment complex, you might be getting really good at doing a lot of plumbing repairs. But the problem is, here in Texas, the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners does not recognize that to give you hours, because you're not working under a master plumber. You're working under the owner's maintenance agreement that he can hire people to do maintenance on his property. There's nothing wrong with that. But who are you looking out for here? Your property owner or yourself?
Billy.
You.
Billy, we've already told me off. Let's move on.
You're tacky and I hate you.
Okay, you see me after class.
If they tell you, look, you don't need a license to do plumbing, they're right. You don't need a license to do plumbing for them on their property. But what about when they slow down or they let you go? Well, now you can't just walk into a plumbing company and get a job as a plumber. You're not licensed.
All right, Meow. Hand over your license and registration. Hurry up, Meow.
So start thinking about what it is you really love doing and how can you get into that trade. Now, I've got other videos that you can jump over and check out as to how to find out what type job you want. Say you do decide you want to be an electrician, and I don't use that example very often. Plumbing is the best.
I could have sworn you said meow.
Do I look like a cat to you, boy? Am I jumping around all nimbly-bimbly from tree to tree?
No.
But say you want to be an electrician. That's almost even hard to say. Here's what you do. Do you want to be commercial? Do you want to be residential? Do you want to do service? Do you want to do new construction? Do you want to be union? Do you want to be non-union? These are all things to think about. Just because you've been a maintenance worker and you love maintenance electrical work, you probably would love service electrical work. Now, say you're in there and you really like when they remodel. You get to tear things out and do stuff. You may want to get into construction. When you drive by construction sites, do you look at it and think, man, I know why they do all that. That's what I want to do. That may be the way for you to go. So the first thing you've got to figure out is literally, what trade would I like to get into? And start getting into it and booking those hours now. Make sure you stay till the end, because I'm going to tell you how to make more money in the trades than you even think is possible. So step number 2, get into the trades and get the education in the specific trade that you want. Now, you may say, well, I've been a maintenance worker for 5 years. I know what I'm doing. And you may very well. But remember, when you come to work for a plumbing company, you're focusing on plumbing, you're focusing on doing things right, You're working on representing the company that you work for. Come in and be a great student. Understand when you get in that, yes, you know a little bit about it, but you don't know everything. Hopefully, you'll end up with a plumber, a journeyman, master tradesman, whatever it is, that can actually teach you and help you grow in whatever trade it is you choose. If you come in with the mindset of, I want to learn to be the very best, go back and think about it. Whatever trade you get in, don't you want to be the very best? If not, you're not planning on making as much money as you possibly can. I suggest getting in, learning everything you can and learn it well. Carry a notepad, carry a pen, ask questions. Ask questions to the people that are teaching you, but also understand to respect them. They're teaching you a trade that they learned. They're teaching you the way they learned, and they're sharing their wisdom with you. Don't be smart about it. Don't think you know everything. Keep your mouth closed and listen to what they say.
Wouldn't a fly swatter be easier?
Man who catch fly with chopstick accomplish anything.
They're going to teach you something that can possibly help make you a wonderful living for the rest of your life. When you get into the trades and you start learning from a journeyman electrician, a journeyman HVAC technician, and a journeyman plumber, or a master at any one of those, now you're learning a skill set that you're going to use for the rest of your life. There are no wasted days. There is no, hey, I've got to go to a biology lab today, but really, I'm going to be a major in international business. What is it that you really want to do? Because in the trades, you're getting an education in that trade. You're not having to pay for a bunch of other education that you may never use. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Maybe you want to learn a little bit about biology. Well, then maybe go to college.
The only thing that makes sense is this: learning, thoughts, so I can think and get a student loan and grind my own coffee and understand HBO.
You don't have to do that, kid. You're special.
You could be a plumber!
So the big thing is, pick the trade that you want, get into it, and become a good student. Now, just a little extra tip and trick here, never stop learning. Most people get into the trades and say, I want to be a plumber, and they stop once they get their professional license. Don't stop learning. There's so much more to learn about leadership, about management, about other licenses, specialties that you can go on to make even more money later. Number 3, put in your hours. Now, I hate to say this, but like I've told you, the people you're working for are probably telling you, look, you don't need the hours, you're fine. We do plumbing all the time, yada, yada, yada. The truth is, if you're not booking the hours with the Texas State Board, you're not getting signed off by a master plumber, you're not building hours towards a plumbing license. If you work 4 or 5 years as a maintenance man, or maybe even a handyman that specializes in plumbing, you're getting no hours. You're not getting ahead. And I've even had general contractors argue with me about the right way to do things. They're not ever taught anything about plumbing, yet they know the best way to do everything. Come on, people. Get a job in the trade and become the very best you can ever be. Remember, this is a big one. Don't ever stop learning. So once you get your hours, what do? You get your license, you move ahead. Now you become a journeyman, maybe a master one day if you want to open your own company. That is something that's always good to do. Maybe even if you don't want to open your own company, but you want to know, look, I have mastered this trade well enough that I can get a master's license. It may cost you a little bit more, but trust me, I think it's worth it. It makes you feel so much better about yourself. And if you were a maintenance man or a handyman and you have other skills, think about it. If you become a plumber, but you've also got those skills, now you're going to be a little bit better on electric water heaters, maybe a little bit better on hooking up appliances, different things like that, maybe even AC units. Learning the electrical there can help you do a lot of different things. So I'm not saying these past traits that you picked up can't help you any, but now you're focusing on one where you can become a licensed professional, where really now you're a jack of all trades, but a master of one. And you can decide later, I want to get my master's electrician and my master's HVAC too. Get your TACLA certification. There's a lot of different things you can do to learn and grow, and it can benefit you. Okay, now this is the big tip. So pipe down and listen up. This is the one. People ask me the question all the time, Roger, what trade can I make the most money in? And this is the answer, the one that you like the most. Trades pay pretty much about the same across them. But here's where it will benefit you to get in the one that you like the most. If you get in concrete work or electrical work and you hate it, do you really think you're going to become the best at it? If I told you electricians and concrete people make more than plumbers, and you say, well, I want to be a concrete worker, and you get in there and realize, look, this is hard work. I don't like it. I don't enjoy my job. Chances are you're not going to be very good at it. You're not going to want to learn other things. Me, I became a plumber. I love learning everything about it because I not only love the trade, but I love the fact that I get to build things, I get to fix things all around the North Texas area. So finding a job in the trade that you like the most is going to help you a lot, because if you really love it, you're going to want to learn all you can about it, and hopefully you're going to want to become the very best. And that is the one I'm asked the most about. Now remember, you don't have to have a college education to become a tradesman. You do need to have a high school diploma in most states. Check your state, but in Texas, it's going to help you. I know they're not requiring it right now, but it's probably going to come up for vote again, and it may change again. Get your high school diploma, get it, hold on to it, and get started in the trade that you like the most. Now remember, if you haven't done it yet, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on anything. And if you haven't done it yet, share this video with somebody that you think this could help them change their life. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the Expert Plumber. I'll see you in the next video if you don't get flushed.